I like the Model Ts because they're simple, and the time period that they were built, America was growing, and industry was growing, and people needed to be mechanized, and they filled all of the needs for people. They could haul people, they could haul livestock, they could haul equipment, they used them for tractors. They built tractors. I have one that was made into a tractor. So I just kind of fell in love with not only the cars, but the time period that they were used. Somebody probably bought just a chassis and drove the chassis home and built the body for it, because in those days they didn't have a pickup. It was a car, or it was nothing at all. So they probably, I don't know what was on it for sure before I got it, because everything was gone. But the body that I built is a copy of one made in Iowa by a carriage maker, and I just duplicated it. I started it probably in 2004, and I finished it in February of 2005. Was the first test drive I took, and I drove it up to the house. After I got done on my first drive, I practiced driving it. But the clutch, what normally is the clutch, is actually low gear, and when I pulled up to the garage, I stepped on the clutch, which didn't stop the car, and I went through the garage door. And I went in the house and I told my wife, I said, I have good news and I have bad news. And she says, well, what's the good news? And I said, I got the car running and I'm driving it. And she says, well, what's the bad news? I said, I drove through the garage door. Then I said, honey, do you want to go for a ride? And she said, are you kidding me?